does look like that. It sounds like a good speech so far.
America's arsonists and flag burners win. But I wouldn't worry about it because he's not winning. I don't think he's. You know, this is not the crowd of a person who comes in second place. You do know that. The same thing happened 4 years ago. It was election eve, but by the time I got here, it was late. Some
Man,
of you were in
Michigan
the
is
audience
fired
at 1
up.
o'clock in the morning, now election day. We had 32,000 people show up. And the reason I went is that I heard that crooked Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, and Barack Hussein Obama were traveling to Michigan because they heard they had problems. They were supposed to win Michigan, but they did such a lousy job that they had to come and get some votes, and they came, and I heard about it. They said, "Sir, could
When
you
I
do it?"
worked for Ford's, I worked for Visteon, but at the Ypsi Ford plant, they said if you want this plant to be open, you vote for Obama. I kind of scoff at it, but it's closed. We re-elected Obama and they closed it.
And we didn't. And we didn't. First time in a long time, but now we're up in the polls. We just saw polls. We're up in Michigan. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know. I don't know if that's good or bad because in all those polls where we were down last time, we won. So maybe we're better off being down.
I think there's probably more people for you than you know in Michigan, but
John James, get out and vote for John. I'm going to introduce you in a second, John James. What is your?
I finally hear John James. Huh?
You know, I have to tell you, I saw this group of people that were running, all nice people, 3 very rich people, and 1 guy that was John James. And I saw them all, right? I saw them all, and I said, wait.
Guy was a helicopter pilot. I would have loved to have been a pilot
One of the greats,
or
you can
something.
play it back. I said, who was that? They said, I don't know, sir. I said, play it back. I said, that man is going to be a star. It was John James.
Kid Rock
And that was in the
helped him with
Republican
Debbie
primary.
Stalvino, but he lost that
And
election. I
after
think it
learning
was
about
Debbie.
it with his incredible career and helicopter, and he's a great, and actually a great flyer, I heard the other day, a great one,
Was
a
he?
really good one, as opposed to those that aren't so good. But his incredible background and education at West Point and all of the things he did, I said, this guy, and I endorsed him, and he went like a rocket ship. And frankly, if he had a little more support, he would have won the last time. And this time, I hear you're even and maybe even ahead.
This is a heck of an endorsement. This has got to be the highlight of his career, right here.
And he's a great guy, but I'm going to introduce him in a second. I'm running for re-election to keep jobs in Michigan. And we have got a lot of, last year before the China plague came in, we have the China plague. Thank you, China, very much. Should have never let that happen. They should have never, ever let it happen. They stopped it from going into China, but they didn't stop it from coming out here and coming into the U.S. and Europe and the rest of the world, 188 countries. But it is what it is.
If he would have had more cooperation with them calling him a xenophobe and racist to shut down air travel from China and then partially or whatever he did in the European Union or whatever.
And now we're building it again, and it's being built fast. And by the way, it's turning out to be, John, a super V. No more V. Now it's turning out to be a super V. But to put violent criminals behind bars and to ensure the future belongs to America, not to China. Because if we win, America wins, and that's what it's about. If we win, America wins. Not only does Joe Biden
Well, I think there'll be a
want to
victory
eliminate your jobs. He
for
wants to
Jesus
eliminate your
if
borders.
Trump wins.
He's
Because
promised to flood your
go
state
after
with
abortion
refugees, and
and
you know that as well as
hopefully
I
get
do, and
somebody
you
else
see
on
it
the
all the
Supreme
time.
Court. I don't know.
From terrorist
Oh,
hotspots around the world, including Syria, Somalia, and Yemen, Biden's pledged to have a 700% increase. He made this deal with Crazy Bernie. A 700% increase.
that's one of God's main issues. He's sick of everyone killing the babies. He's sick of it.
This is in their manifesto. He's also pledged to terminate all national security travel bans, overwhelming your state with poorly vetted migrants from jihadist regions. Making matters worse, he would open the floodgates in the middle of a pandemic. And by the way, the wall, it's over 311 miles long right now.
Well, it's good for child sex trafficking, to drugs, to keeping the Rona out, to keeping the mafia out, to keeping legal voters to come in and vote for killing our babies. I'm pro building the wall. Absolutely. Actually, I have to wonder about the Canadian wall. A Canadian wall.
Middle class, I think most of you are not middle
Canada
class.
is letting in radical Islamists in Canada. They were.
They're really elite. I see them. They're not elite. You're the elite. The elite has decided. Boy, have we hurt the elite, haven't we? You're the super elite. The left wants to get rid of me so they can come after you. It's very simple. Over the last 3.5 years, we've secured America's borders, blocked the entry of foreign terrorists.
That's one of the big charges against Trump is that he's not helping the little person in his party, the little guys. I don't know. I think he is a little bit, but they want him to help more. That's what I'm feeling.
No, he was just interviewed today. He was interviewed by Jake Tapper, who I find to be a nice guy. I don't think he likes me too much, but that's okay. He was interviewed on CNN, and they said, which is better, NAFTA or the USMCA? He said, no, the USMCA. And Tapper goes, what? Couldn't believe it. He said, USMCA. He made a mistake. From his perspective, he made a mistake because he doesn't know what's going on. Even though he's right, he doesn't know. They were a little surprised to hear that. They gave him a few chances. Let's ask that question again. But we brought back our manufacturing jobs. We rebuilt the awesome power of the U.S.
We need more
military.
manufacturing.
We
We need more though. We need to open up the FC plant and the GM plant
and built the greatest economy in the history of the world, and now we are doing it again, bigger and better than ever before.
well, I'm in politics. I'm supposed to lobby for my local
Before the end of the year,
2 IPSI plants.
we
We'll
will
run
have a
it.
safe and effective vaccine, and we will defeat the China virus. I have a feeling, by the way, I think the vaccine's going to come very soon. And with it or without it, we're rounding the turn. You see what's happening. You see the numbers are plunging. You see how good we're doing relative to other countries and other parts of the world. But the fake news doesn't like saying that. They don't like telling you that. And next year, unless you have somebody that's going to quadruple your taxes, raise your taxes,
That's scary. The trillions of dollars.
next year will be one of the greatest years in the history of our country. At no time before has there been a clearer choice between two parties, two visions, two philosophies, and two agendas for the future. There's never been a vision like this.
Yeah, totalitarian China rule on your tech. Or,
He's a beauty. He's a beauty. He's a beauty. You know, I watched the Democrat debates, right? And I watched them up there, and he was so bad. I said, there's no way he makes it. It's sad, isn't it? The First Lady actually came in, and one time she watched it, she goes, and she's a nice person, and she meant this really, me, I view it differently. But she looked and she watched the debate, and she watched Joe, and she said, darling, it's so sad. This was early on, and this is the guy I'm running against. It's so sad, darling, it's so sad.
That's so awesome, a wife to give such care and like oh man, your enemies are.
It's your radical left people. It's AOC +3. It's all these people. Bernie. It's Bernie. It's Kamala, the most liberal person in the U.S. Senate.
I never knew that. I never knew that.
She started off her poll numbers at 15, 14, 12. Then she went back up to 12 and a half. Then it was a big plunge right down to the bottom, and then she dropped out. She dropped out. But there's never been anything like this, and no
Camera
major
work.
party has ever had a candidate that's so extreme in his views. And again, he took the manifesto drawn up by Bernie and the super libs, and that's what he's going by, including a massive increase in your taxes and a total assault on your Second Amendment.
Yeah, mental health and all. If you smoke weed, supposedly they can take away your. Yeah, supposedly if you smoke medical marijuana or something, yank your Second Amendment, infringe like hell on it. Wow, the Michigan crowd is.
I got you a lot of plants. Is that right? I mean, have you seen what we're doing here? All the plants that have been built are being built. And what about the plants that are being expanded? They don't want to give you credit for that. They're just expanding.
I don't know.
I went to Prime Minister Abe of Japan. I say, Prime Minister, you have to start doing something. You know, he's a great guy. He'll be retiring soon. He's a great guy. The Prime Minister of Japan, Abe. I say, Shinzo, you have to do me a favor. You've got to send car plants over here. You know, you're sending all those cars. We stupidly don't charge you tariffs on those cars that pour into our country. I said, Shinzo, you got to give us plants. No, I can't do that. That is up to the free enterprise system of Japan. I say, Shinzo, you're a powerful man. You can do it. Oh, I can't do it. The next day they announced 5 car companies are coming to Michigan, right?
Wow. You'd rather them be American made, but hell, I mean American owned, but heck, it's better than nothing.
And you hadn't had a plant built. Now they've been building it for a number
Jobs.
of years. But you hadn't had a plant built in like 42 years. You know, they were the old plants. And it's been amazing what's happened in Michigan. But honestly, it's been amazing what's happened in Ohio and North Carolina and South Carolina and Florida, New Hampshire, and so many other places. Our country is doing great. We had to take a pause to get rid of the China virus, and we're coming around. We're coming around that turn. I'm telling you, you watch next year better than last year. It's going to be better than last year.
Now, I'm not sure. He could be absolutely right. A lot of it in Michigan, we got hit. It seemed hard, but
or whether we'll allow Sleepy Joe to impose $4 trillion in tax hikes, ban American energy.
I tell you what, that's why there's a big Skid Rows, because the taxes are so high in California.
The economy and tell your governor to open up your state.
Yeah, our economy needs to get opened up. I know, hey, protect the elderly, do the best we can do at retirement homes and this and that, but let people go out and live.
reasons, because there'll be less activity. You'd be doing even better if you had a governor that knew what the hell she was doing. You got to open up the state. And also, you have to have a governor because, right now Michigan's lagging. Great football, great.
I'm not advocating for Governor Whitmer, but I'm not strongly going after her.
You've been seeing a lot of the other schools want to open Big Ten at my suggestion. How about Sleepy Joe? He said, Donald Trump is against football. No. I'm the one that says open it up. Let's play football.
He wants the Michigan University or U of M or Michigan State.
And you have a very good commissioner, and the commission is working hard, and hopefully very soon they'll say you're going to play football. And I hope they're not leaving Michigan out because it's never the same if they do. But you have Maryland where they have a problem in terms of playing. And the governors have a lot of power.
Well, yeah, that's a Michigan governor thing. I asked her to open it up. We lift the spirits of Michiganders, and we have to let those brave boys take the field.
They want to shut down auto production, delay the vaccine. They want to destroy your suburbs. Look at what I've done for your suburbs. You know what I've done. Does anybody want to have somebody from Antifa as a member and as a resident of your suburb? I don't think so.
No, I don't want racists.
Say, darling, who moved in next door? Oh, it's a resident of Antifa. No, thank you. Let's get out of here. Let's get the hell out of here, darling. Let's leave our suburbs. Oh, I wish Trump were president. He wouldn't have allowed that to happen. And that's exactly right. I won't allow it to happen. Suburbs are the American dream, and I will.
Yeah, we have to watch out for the jihadists, the shadow jihad in the Black Lives Matter movement. You have to watch for them, but Antifa's been really bad, from what I heard.
And make it less crazy. I said, no, I don't want to amend it. I don't want to do that. I want to get rid of it. Well, sir, why don't we just do a simple amendment? It would be, I said, I want to get rid of it, end it. And we ended it. So I think the people living in the suburbs, which I know very well, I watched Westchester in New York where they were doing things that should never have been done, and it's not going to happen to our suburbs. They want to erase your borders and indoctrinate your children with poisonous anti-American lies in our schools. Not going to happen.
Yeah, our schools need a total. Whoever is doing our textbooks and a lot of problems in our school. Sex ed. Why do we need They can have a biology class, but they don't need sex ed. They need their parents to teach them.
Has been declared the winner. Donald Trump. At first, they'll go crazy, and then they'll say, okay, it's time now to be reasonable. They will have had
I'm not running.
They will have had it. We were coming together as a nation. Very interesting. Before the plague came in from China, we were coming together. It was success. Somebody said, what's going to bring you together? And it was. We were coming together. I was starting to
I'd
get
be fighting a
calls.
little bit harder to win if I was running.
And I was starting to get calls, and then all of a sudden we saw the plague pour in, and we saw what was happening, and it really stopped things. But success was getting very, very close to bringing us all together. And then we had to say, let's take a time out. We got to fix this mess. And we did, and now we're coming back strong. But success brings us together, and it was happening. And then we got that terrible situation happened, and we'll never forget it. Biden and his party tried to lock law-abiding Americans into their homes while they encourage rioters and vandals, rampaging through in all cases, Democrat.
Now, did that woman that did Nancy Pelosi's hair, did it get rampaged? I don't know.
Like in Minneapolis, we were asked to come in. We went in, we took care of that problem in about, what, 30 minutes? Unfortunately, they let almost 2 weeks go by. And if you look at what we just did in Wisconsin, which was so amazing, 3 days and we went in. And by the way, the U.S. Marshals went in to get the killer, and that was the end of that. They got the killer. They got the killer. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, that case where the
And we were
Patriot
going
and
to go in to
Prayer
see
guy
them.
got
The
killed.
next day, we're all
Sad.
set, all lined up, looking forward to it. We just said, we're doing it. I mean, they actually took over a part of the city, and the mayor said, this is going to be a summer of love, right? Where do these people come from? But we were all set to go in. They heard we were going in. We informed them we were going in, and they sent their police to do it, and we never even had to go in. But we can solve those problems in a matter of literally minutes. Thank you.
Yeah, they Michigan is a heck of a crowd today. They really are.
We don't want to, you don't want to see me cry. I'll start to cry. You know, one of the fake news broadcasters, because this happened the other day, we had a tremendous crowd, like this. I mean, we had a tremendous crowd in North Carolina. They started chanting, we love you, we love you, we love you. And you know, it's incredible. They said, with all the years that they've been covering presidential elections, they've never heard that chant, that we love you. No, it's very
Well,
nice.
I tell you, look, the secret is don't hold back the truth. When you want to cry because they're loving on you, be honest. Don't put up a wall and protect yourself from your feelings to them.
Now they'll say he misrepresented. 18 years ago, there was a rally held by somebody. And we heard the words from two people that we love you, sir. Now, this is what we're dealing with. And by the way, I look at, there's a lot of people that, look at this. There's people back there that can't even get in. Thank you, Michigan. Thank you.
That's a lot of
It's
black
really nice
people.
to be with you. As president, I will always support the heroes of law enforcement.
Well, it's not a lot of black people from my neighborhood, but it's a lot of black people for a Trump rally. They were pretty white at first, but wow, Michigan.
Where are they? They're here someplace. Where are they? Thank you, fellas. That's really nice, I'll tell you. That's an honor. I have to be honest. I got it from Florida, Texas, Ohio, North Carolina, South Carolina. But Michigan is Michigan. Thank you.
Well, most 90-something% of blacks are tribal in voting. So most blacks, the majority, overwhelming majority, are Democrats. But it's a pleasant surprise to see blacks that have jumped over and against the sexual sin agenda and abortion, baby murder.
That's great. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Biden says he wants to protect black lives, but his radical platform will cut short the lives of thousands of young African-American citizens. Thousands. The murder rate in Democrat-run cities like Chicago, Baltimore, New York, so many others, is higher than Afghanistan. Yet Biden supports imposing these failed policies.
People don't want to go. Smart, intelligent people with minds and money, they don't want to go to places like that.
Joe Biden proudly accepted the endorsement of the pro-criminal Portland district attorney, who has a policy of releasing rioters, criminals, and violent extremists without charge. Biden's plan, and every time I say Biden's plan, it's not his plan, it's the people that tell him what they're going to do, so please understand. I just don't want to say that every time I mention his name. So it should say, the people that control Biden's plan is to appease domestic terrorists. My plan is to arrest them, to lock them up. If Joe Biden is elected, far-left lunatics won't just be running failed Democrat City. They'll be running the Department of Justice, the Department of Homeland Security, and the United States Supreme Court, and we can't let that happen. No city, town, or suburb will be safe. On November 3rd, your vote will save America. Remember, it's the most important election we've ever had. So I'm joined tonight.
Well, the thing is that with his monument, ripping down your monument, 10 years in prison, what I would do if I had to be harsh like he had to be, I'd probably after 5 years visit him and try to get it, let him out after 5 years. I'd do half, but I'd be harsh and scare him. No, you're doing 10. And
I want to just thank these guys because these were real warriors for all of us. They love your state and they love our country. Congressman Jack Bergman. Great job, Jack.
Just going to dip in here during the thanks that the president is giving.
I know I'm not feeling so sharp right now, but anyway.